really good, so, I mean, it's much safer,
Let's see
and
what flavors it has.
so with that, I'm gonna turn it over to Kelly.
All right.
Want to see what's in
Excellent, thanks. Hi there. How you doing? Well, I see a lot of familiar faces, but I'll introduce myself again. I'm Kelly Willis, and I work for Tribal Operations. Been doing naturopathic education for, well, teaching probably only a year, but I've been studying it for 5 years, on and off. But I actually started my freshman year of college, straight out of high school. But had children, so I took a different path. So that's why I'm still doing it now, later in my life. Still attending school full-time, going to work full-time. I do some internship with some naturopathic doctors, and do teaching in a few different places on the reservation. It's been fun, it's been informational. I learn a lot from folks that I run into, and a lot of friends in the community who know so much. And my friend Deb here, she's got a lot of knowledge in naturopathy and making things, salves and tinctures and stuff. So sorry I'm not going to be making anything today. I just found out I was going to be doing this less than 24 hours ago. So, no, don't be sorry. So I was just going to share with you guys some simple stuff about boosting your immunity. You might want to take notes. I don't have any paper to pass out. I'm only saying notes because if I were on that side, I wouldn't be able to remember 2 pages of stuff. So I'm going to tell you guys some stuff about herbs, and it may not be good for everybody. Everybody might not like herbs, so I'm also going to talk about oils. Everybody maybe is familiar with essential oils. If you're not, we'll talk a little bit about oils and about vitamins and minerals that you can take, and combinations that you guys can take of all the above that can help you build your immune system, because this is, I guess this is the time of year when people start to get colds and flus and strep throat and runny nose and different things like that. I'm not really together on all my stuff, so I'm going to wing it a lot. But I do have a couple pages of cool stuff here to share with you. If we have time at the end, I want to maybe do some one-on-one muscle testing. There's a few people here that are familiar with it. Anybody been muscle tested in here? Anybody know what MRT is? Okay, just 2 people? Okay. All right. Well, it's a way to test your organs, your systems of your body, test your minerals, your vitamins, test for parasites, all by just basically me, the person who would be doing it, just coming up to you and, you know, just kind of testing for weaknesses and strengths. And like I was going to, let's say I was going to test your lungs. I would just, on an energetic level is how I'm testing you. I would first make sure that your north and your south are balanced, because sometimes people get off if they, you know, are injured or not well. They become unbalanced. So I make sure you're balanced, and then if you're not, I get you balanced, and then I test you. Just basically tapping into the energy of her. I'm just sensing different levels of energy, highs and lows in her, because everything, that's how we are. We're all energetically driven. Your heart, it beats because of an SA node, which is an energetic pulse. Same thing with your brain. It's all energy. It's all electric. So I would just be tapping into her and checking her energy if her lungs are strong or weak. Not saying it's a diagnosis, just looking for strengths and weaknesses. And that's kind of how naturopaths find out different issues. If you have different issues, we go in with MRT, muscle response testing, and we try to get to the root of the issue, rather than taking blood or doing x-rays, MREs and MRIs, or I mean. So that's one of the cool things we have. We have this really awesome tool of that, and you've been muscle tested too, so April's another person who's familiar with it. Then after we find out, let's just say we had some thoughts of issues in your lungs, okay, some weaknesses. Then we come up with a nice program for you, you know, to build them up, okay. So write out a program, get you on fenugreek or mullein, things that build tissue, that, you know, repair. This, all right, okay, good. So those are my go-tos for the lungs. Fenugreek is my favorite because it's the only known herb that actually rebuilds tissue in your lungs. It's the only thing that I've ever heard of that actually rebuilds your lungs. So, people with emphysema, things like that, that would be really good for them. Family member has taken fenugreek and had wonderful results in a couple years. Okay, Deb takes it as well. So I really like fenugreek. But I'm getting off the subject. That's just something I think we could maybe do at the end of class if we got time. Some muscle testing. So, some of the top, I got 13 items here. Maybe we can only do top 10. Of things you might want to try, and this is the herbal category. This will be Nature Sunshine list, because I just put it together on some of the papers that I had at home. So, but you can use Echinacea, that's my number one choice here. But one note you want to make on the side, with Echinacea, you can only take it for 10 days. I don't want to take it for 2 weeks or anything, just 10 days and come off of it. There's another one called Ultimate Echinacea. It is a liquid. That's number 2.
You might tell them what Echinacea treats.
No, no clue.
Go ahead.
What was it?
Talk about each herb in depth.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, I'm not prepared to do that.
Kelly,
Yes.
Ultimate Echinacea, Echinacea Ultimate, is that was the second
Yep.
one was?
Ultimate Echinacea in liquid form.
No, but, I mean, you might tell them why they need to stop after 10 days.
Oh.
Because the body will develop an immunity to it.
Man,
It needs to
just like-
rest.
Yeah. Deb is reminding me that Echinacea, after 10 days, your body will start to build an immunity. So you want to give it a rest, just like a lot of other things. You don't want to stay on it for long periods of time, but Echinacea is definitely one that your body will start to resist. So short term, 10 days or less. Golden Seal is the third one. It's nice. It also happens to be the fourth one too, but in a combination with something called Parthenium extract, which is, those two together are really good for the lymph nodes, which is the system that runs through your whole body, keeps you healthy. It cleanses you out, it's a cleaning system. So we also have, one of my favorites is Silver Shield. Silver Shield comes in a gel or a liquid. You can, hi Sandy. You can use it externally or internally.
What is Silver Shield? Kelly, is it, is it
Particular-
grown around here or?
Well, no,
Okay.
it's not, no, it's not like that, it's a liquid, it's, no, I get it from Nature Sunshine. Go ahead.
Something that you might want to know is, I had infection in my gum around the teeth, and that, I don't know how I got it, but it was very painful, and the dentist wanted to do extensive surgery. And I said, no, I'm gonna do the Silver Shield first. Within a week and a half, the Silver Shield totally healed it all up.
Really?
It's really
The
good.
gel, rub the gel on your gums. I did it in the morning and at night, totally healed it up and closed the pockets. So it heals gingivitis.
That's what I was gonna say. On my list, I have, it's good for open wounds, you can use it for cuts, abrasions, gingivitis.
I have a friend that's got severe psoriasis.
Okay.
Would something like that be good?
The gel, I use it, I have psoriasis, I can show you, it was raw and just falling off the
Yeah.
necks. And what it does is it stops the itching, it purifies and
Stops
cleanses.
the itching?
Yes.
Okay, where can I get this?
You can get it from Herbs Etc. You can get it through the internet too if you want, but yeah, downtown there's a couple places.
On these different things, do they tell you how much to use?
Yeah, it'll tell you.
Okay.
Yep, it'll tell you.
If she does that and then uses golden silk salve after it dries,
stuff.
Yeah.
then that's like an antibiotic for the skin and it'll take the inflammation out.
Okay, that's good to know for
Good to
her.
know. So it's, I don't know if you guys heard her, but it is an antibiotic. It will kill bacteria. So you can swish it in your mouth too. If you don't use the gel, just take a little shot of it like your mouthwash and swish it around. It's really nice. It's good stuff. Abrasions, gingivitis, you can put it on styes that you can have. Strep throat, so you can gargle, gargle with it. Mouthwash, and you can even use it for ear infections. So Silver Shield, it's just something you just want to keep around. just one of those really cool things,
So is it-
go-tos.
That's the main ingredient, is a plant called silver shield then?
No, it's actually silver.
Oh, okay.
There's a device, I've never seen one, but a friend of mine has one,
Okay.
a device that makes it. And it
Okay.
uses real silver, so,
Pure
Yeah.
silver.
real pure silver. With, like reverse osmosis water, distilled water, I think it is. Yeah. So another one is a combination, and I could look it up if you wanted to know what's in it, but one's called defense maintenance. These are just the top 10 best things out there that I could grab in a short time here. Another one's called HCP-X, also a combination. I think the last ones are all combinations. Another one is immune stimulator. Is that too fast? I don't know if that's too fast. But that's it for herbs that I wrote down. I'm gonna read this to you real quick about herbs. Just so you know, since I just gave you a whole bunch of them, this is good to know. The question would be, do herbs really help us? Herbs really help us because they are foods loaded with nutrients, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and more, which the body uses to achieve and maintain health. Do herbs cure? Herbs do not cure, they nourish. If the body has the ability to heal, it will use the raw materials found in foods to do its own healing work. Herbs do not heal, they feed. Herbs do not force the body to maintain and repair itself, they simply support the body in these natural functions. Are there certain herbs for certain diseases? Herbs do not address disease. Herbs have been recognized over hundreds of years of practice to feed and buttress the body, which means support. For instance, you might eat carrots for good eyesight and broccoli for immune-supporting antioxidants. Are carrots and broccoli cures for glaucoma and cancer? No. But why wouldn't you consume these nourishing herbal foods? Okay, what are herbs? Herbs are excellent foods that we can choose to supplement the deficiencies of our modern processed diet. So that's herbs for you.
Now, is this what you can send to me and then I can forward it to them?
Yeah, if you
Okay.
want. Well, this is what I was gonna bring.
Okay.
This is a little bit different, this is more for me to
Okay.
share with you guys, but I have a couple other handouts. I have handouts, and I'm sorry I misplaced them amongst all my stuff I have here. I got a couple different projects going on, so I missed the boat on that one.
But she'll send them to me and then I can forward them to you guys.
Yeah, there's a list of minerals and vitamins and the foods that you can consume to get certain vitamins. Like, I would recommend boosting up your vitamin C. This is the season of, your immune systems are getting weaker. If you're tired, you work hard, you come in contact with a virus, you could become, your system could become compromised, you could become ill. But if you have a good amount of vitamin C, or maybe some of these herbs, it strengthens your immune system, and it becomes a stronger blocker. So it will send out all the white blood cells, and kick some butt, get rid of the virus. You give your body what it needs, and it can fight the war that it needs to fight. So I'm just going to tell you real quick what the immune system is, and how we, how we go about using it. Sorry, I got good eyesight. I don't know why I'm pulling this back.
I was thinking bicycle
Sorry,
time,
I
Kelly.
got good eyesight. It's all in script, cursive, so just want to get focused. Okay. The immune system protects the body by identifying and killing bacteria, viruses, parasites, other microorganisms, and tumor cells that would harm the body. The immune system is comprised of several different types of white blood cells, which are called lymphocytes, that recognize, process, or destroy foreign objects. The bone marrow that creates several types of white blood cells, the thymus that creates white blood cells and teaches them to recognize foreign objects and to distinguish them from the body's cells. Lymphatic vessels that help transport lymph and white blood cells and several other organs, such as the lymph nodes, tonsils, spleen, and the appendix. They filter out foreign objects and serve as a place for white blood cells to gather, interact, and share information about infections. Now, the cool thing about the bone marrow and white blood cells and your RNA and DNA, if your body comes under attack from a virus, let's just say we all get the same virus this winter. So we beef up our vitamin C, our zinc, get some echinacea going, and we fight it, and the body wins the war. 2 weeks later, you now have a blueprint for how your body is gonna kill that again and again and again. You'll store that blueprint in your bone marrow forever, forever. You'll have that forever memory of how your body won that fight. So, build up your immune system, it's important. You'll always have that memory of that battle, that fight that went on. So, that's pretty cool. So, some folks use, pharmaceutical drugs to do it, which is drying you up or whatever, just constricting or expanding. But your body is built perfectly and wonderfully to do that on its own. Sometimes it's more miserable to go through it that way. It might be slower even, but a fever is the body's way of killing bacteria. And almost every bacteria known dies at the temperature of 103 degrees. So it's like beneficial. When you start getting a temperature like that, you know that the bacteria are dying by the millions. So it's not always a scary thing to have that temperature. Sometimes it's a really good thing. You can manage it with things like peppermint oil, but your body is doing what it does. It's killing bacteria. So if you guys want to write down a couple different oils that are also beneficial. I like thieves. Okay, you can use it on your feet or anywhere on your body. You can spray it on your hands after you, touch doorknobs or whatever. You can keep it. Oh, thieves. Thieves. So I keep it in the bathroom. I should keep it at work too, but I would recommend to just have it with you even. Carry it in your purse,
So,
spray it on your hands.
what was that?
Thieves.
No, you can use it on your feet. Yep, you can use it on your feet. If you have it in a roller bottle, you can just roll it on the bottom of your foot. And you roll it on your feet. The cool thing about oils, this is my favorite part of homeopathy, is oils take 20 minutes from the moment you roll it on your feet to get to your hair follicles and to be red. And you can eat it. It's in there now. Just in 20 minutes. So it goes through in 20 minutes and penetrates every single cell in your body. And when it gets there, it touches every single cell in your body as it's going up to your hair. It oxygenates your cells, and it alkalizes your cells, and it nourishes your cells. So something like frankincense oil on your feet for fighting cancer is highly beneficial. Highly, highly beneficial. If you like, one of the first things I tell a client I have who's fighting cancer, go get the best frankincense oil you have, start putting it on your feet 2-3 times a day, because body that's oxygenated and alkalized, disease can't survive in that kind of environment. So, big, huge benefits. I love frankincense. That's what I kind of use in my diffuser at home, because it's the only oil, it's the only oil that touches on the spiritual, emotional, mental, and physical parts of who we are. Some of the oils like peppermint just touches on a couple levels, and physical and mental. There's a lot of them, just 1 or 2 levels that they touch you, but frankincense is the only one that touches on all your levels. So you start putting it on your feet or over the area of your tumor if you happen to have one. It just goes right in there. If you put it on your skin, it only takes 3 seconds to get to your liver. So keep that in mind too. It starts to help your liver immediately. Same thing on the other side. The other side of the coin is anything you put on your body that's harmful.
So if someone had a bad liver, would it help it?
Yes, absolutely.
Can the liver repair itself?
Absolutely. It regenerates. It's always regenerating. Matter of fact, one of my mentors said that if you have at least 25% of your liver left, there's no reason why you should die. If you at least have that much, it will regrow.
And then how did you say you would use it for that?
On your feet, right?
Well, for your liver, if you have an issue with your liver, you can put it right on the spot or put it on your feet. Both your feet.
Because I know my mom, my sister took her to a specialist, and the specialist on her sister's side and said, how much does your mother drink? My sister said, my mom hasn't drank in over 30 years, but because of some medicine they had on, it's destroyed her liver.
Yeah. Yeah.
cholesterol medicines.
Yeah, pharmaceuticals, and they don't wanna take the blame, of course,
Well,
you know.
No, of course they're not, but that's what's happening. People
It
have not
does.
been
Drinkers,
having drinkers.
but are accused of it immediately because their livers are such terrible, you know, but they're popping Tylenol because they have awful headaches or whatever, chronic inflammation or pain, so they're taking these, you know, pharmaceuticals and, you know, there's a lot of pills that you take, they have to continue to test you at the doctor, like, hey, we gotta get you in to check out your liver to make sure it's still functioning.
I've heard that rather than, like if you have wart on your hand or your foot or whatever, rather than some kind of compound W or whatever, you should put the frankincense oil, the carrier oil on the wart.
You can,
Have
you
you heard
can.
anything about
Tea
that?
tree oil is what I think of
Oh,
first
tea tree.
because it goes after fungus and that's what warts are, fungus.
Yeah, that is good
Like
stuff.
you, Grandma, I had a wart on my thumb and it was from my, she took me out into the yard and took off a milkweed leaf.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Good.
Yeah,
It was gone like that?
well,
Yeah.
it took, I had to feel like 4 days.
There's a lot of really good home remedies for warts. Also C-herb, you put that on there. What that does is, let's just say I had a big old wart right here, put a drop of C-herb on there, you put a bandage on it. The wart is like in a encased shell, kind of. So the C-herb penetrates it, cracks it. So it's open now, and all of a sudden the body sees it, sees what it is. Oh, go get it, go get it. So then your immune system kicks in and will go after it, and it will start to disappear quickly. Now your body sees it, recognizes it as a, you know, foreign body, as I was telling you
The
guys.
milkweed turned it black.
Did it? Okay, C-herb has kind of a hole in it, because it goes right after, you know, breaks open the shell, and then the body just eats it all up and just spells it out of you, one way or the other.
Is that a Nature's Sunshine cedar?
No, it is not. No, it's not. I have some paperwork at home, I'll let you know.
What is
Yeah,
it?
'cause I never heard of
C-herb?
C-herb.
Yeah,
Like the
C dash, no, just a capital letter C,
Okay.
Herb?
herb, H-E-R-B. Yep.
And that's
It's
good
just a
for-
tiny little, it's for moles or warts.
So what about something like planter's warts? Cause I had planter's warts on my heel and they were just like, I mean, it was
Yeah.
crazy. And I went to the doctor and he put this,
Frozen?
patch on my heel, which turned my whole heel white. Then he razored it off with a razor blade, and then he put this stuff on it that burned like crazy, and I couldn't walk, and it was just awful. I mean, it was a horrible experience, and, if I had known, this was like in the 90s or whatever, where I had that, I mean, they were just like, root system like out of this world.
Oh, yeah, they can get really long.
I was just like, oh my God, you know, but if I had known there was something natural, I would have never
Well,
gone to that doctor.
If you ever go see a naturopath, and you have a whole bunch of warts, they're not just gonna address that wart. There's an underlying issue why you get them.
Cause
So
I
they're
had it
gonna look
2
at that.
times on my heels,
Yeah.
and I.
If you don't take care of the
I
underlying
thought,
issue,
ew, I
the
went in
root
the
problem,
shower
you'll
or
keep getting
something,
it.
you know?
Yeah, it's,
Aren't they a virus?
well, it's a fungus, but it can be attached to a virus. I mean,
Because
there's
my
a lot
daughter
of
has
things
it,
that
I
could
mean,
be
she goes to the
happening.
doctor all the time, and it's just like,
Well, I would go to a naturopath. That's just me though. Because they'll
So
find out
there's
if
an
it is
underlying
riding
issue
with
and
a
the wart
virus.
is what
It could
shows
be
up.
could be accompanied by a virus. I mean, there could be, you know, riding buddies. You know, so you gotta find that out, and you could be muscle tested, you know? I mean, they muscle test you, find out what's going on, why you keep getting these things, why they keep popping up.
So how could you tell if someone is a good naturopath or not? Is there a way to tell?
Well,
Or
I think the intention and the heart of a person means a lot, so if you know them, I don't know if you can go by feel, do you trust your instincts, your discernment? Do you go by feel when you meet people, do you know difference between, you know, maybe someone who's doing it maybe for money or not? I mean, I can kind of figure out who's in it because of their heart, and then there's certain folks who may not be in it for their heart.
but I suppose
There's one in Harbor Springs who's in it for the money. I don't know her name, but she's charging $1,500 per
Oh
visit.
my goodness.
So that's for the money, but she's getting a lot of clients.
That's where the money is.
Yeah.
I think we'll also wanna check to see where they went to school and
Yeah.
if they're certified,
Yeah.
what level they're at. And
Yeah.
instead of
No.
somebody just saying, oh, I'm a naturopathic, well.
Where'd you get your degree? Did you tell me? You can ask, you can inquire.
When
I can tell you about our school that we're going to and that you'll be going to soon. It is the hardest.
Are you going?
It's the hardest school to graduate from in the whole country.
It is.
It's an awesome, awesome school, but it's very difficult. We work our butts off.
Yeah, you work
Stuff.
very hard, but it's worth it.
Yeah, it's worth it. You come out of there so knowledgeable. So, students from here are great, they're top notch. They work, they put in their hours from night school downtown.
Oh,
Yeah.
where's this morning here, taking an exercise?
This is not my paperwork, but.
Oh, that, yeah, sorry.
Alright. Yeah, could burn you.
So everything's in moderation, it's not everything can be used every day in excess. It's
Yeah,
used
small
for
amounts.
whatever condition that you're trying to heal. And but, some people think, oh, well, it's at work, I better take it every day.
How would you,
I'll tell you guys the oils, I didn't tell you the oils.
how would you know then how much to take? Whoever you buy it from would tell you?
Yeah, that or you can pop into Herbs Etc. and they're real good at telling you,
They can make a roller for you, or a spray bottle, or use it in a diffuser. Can't go wrong with a diffuser, you're only getting 5 drops, and it just is gonna miss. But you're getting the benefits of breathing it, the aromatherapy, it's nice, really nice. That's how I keep my room constantly just bathed in oil. I switch them up, like it'd be good right now to do thieves oil. Switch it up, put that in there, and build up your immune system while you sleep. Put it in your kid's room. So thieves oil, and then there's one, it's a combination called Immune Power, IMMU, Immune Power, POWER. So that is only to be used topically and aromatically. Same thing with these. Alright,
Could you spell that again?
Yep.
IMMU.
IMMU, POWER, power.
Okay.
Then there's oregano oil. They got frankincense down here, my favorite. And they have lemon down here. I can give you a tip on lemon. Some of you may already be doing this. You mind if I share this? This little tip on lemon. Back to disease. Disease only thrives in an acidic body. So things like pop, coffee, I love coffee, but I don't drink it anymore. Those type of things make you acidic. There's acidic food too, but to combat that, you wanna, like if you're drinking coffee, for one, it's really hard on your liver. It's very hard on your liver. Could be a reason why you get a bad liver, call, from your doctor, hey, your liver. Well, I drink coffee. They shouldn't always just go to the alcohol, because coffee will also do damage on your liver, tons of damage. So, also hard on your adrenals. But lemon oil, you just put 1 drop of lemon, a good lemon. You got lemon here? Yep. Just take 1 drop and just strap it. You want 1 lemon? I took 2. Just put 1 in there, just kind of stir it up. So 1 drop, anybody else 1 drop?
Sure.
1
You just
drop.
put it in your water?
Yep. You ain't got much water. We'll get you some more water.
Helps alkalize
Ew.
your blood, so
Yep.
less disease.
It is equal 1 drop of lemon oil.
Can you use
equals
real
30
lemon, or
lemons.
does it have to be the
Oh,
oil?
my goodness.
1 drop of lemon oil equals 30 lemons.
I'm like, whoa.
Wow.
So it's like eating, I'm gonna
it strong,
30
Mary?
lemons.
No, I didn't even try it after she said it's equal to 30.
The number one
Oh.
It has good flavor.
I always, when I go out to a restaurant, it's water and lemon, but, not this equivalent.
Oh, it's not
Just stir it up if you got something to stir with it.
I want some.
Okay.
I hope whoever this one is,
I'll just do this. Cheryl's
equalizes your body. You do that every day, and everything that you drink, tea or water or whatever.
I wouldn't have thought that you guys would have.
Then what?
I just said when you thought of oil.
Would make that much of a difference?
No, I just said, would have not thought of taking it internally.
Yeah, lemon oil.
I don't know why.
Not all oils you can, but this one you can.
The oregano oil is used for stomach food before too, it helps digestive, so like if you're going traveling abroad or traveling someplace,
Take it with you.
yeah,
Yeah,
so you can put that in your water, not too much, 'cause
yeah,
or oregano oil gets really hot, actually.
yeah, you can.
Really?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hot, like spicy hot, yeah.
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 You take the drop. It was kind of constant.
Is that why they say spicy foods help colds?
Yeah, there's a lot of good things about spicy foods. That's probably for another class, but this right here, lemon oil, I love it. Just make sure you shake, if you get it in a water bottle, shake it up before you drink, because the oil will always rise to the top, separates from water, so shake, 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 or stir, 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 then drink it. So, I have my water bottle, I'm just shaking that baby up. So, constantly shaking and drinking. So it's also super beneficial for your liver. Your liver loves the lemon, it's a cleanser, it'll push the crap out of your liver, excuse my terminology. Aerate out.
They've been working with me, Kelly, they're good.
You've heard that word before. So, I love.
Why you mentioned water bottles, did you cover the
Okay, I will.
water bottles?
Amber wants me to touch on plastic. Plastic is, anybody got a plastic bottle? And I'm not trying to pick on anybody, I just wanna kinda use it. May I?
So,
Yeah.
styrofoam bottle. Yeah, but you're only using that for 2 seconds. The water stays in your bottle
For, yeah.
a long time.
All right, you know what the numbers are on the bottom, right? Okay, all right, right there, see that number right there? Okay, so this is number 5, plastic bottle. Let me guess. So you're wanting to look at the bottom of your plastics. If you guys wanna use plastic, the only safe one to use is number 7.
Oh, number
Whoops,
7?
whoops, sorry, man.
Didn't it used to be number 6?
Oh, thank you.
Number 7.
That's good to know. Yep, it's looking 7.
I don't have it.
Stay away from number 1. Number 1's the worst. I'll tell you in a minute why. Well, if I wouldn't say that.
Not over there.
Mine doesn't have enough.
The only safe one, so think of lucky number 7, if your plastic isn't a number 7, lucky 7.
If you guys have to use plastic, that's what you wanna use, but I don't recommend you use it. Because,
Yeah, but like this one doesn't have, it just says EPA free, but there's no number.
no numbers.
Yeah.
Where's that on?
They're just trying to take us off.
Unless it's under the stick. So my preference, now that you guys have all seen it, you kinda can look what.
Next month,
The
what?
bad thing about the number 1.
Drinking cup?
Yeah, or use
Where do you
glass.
think of those?
Like Sandy
You
said,
have to remember mason jar.
she used mason jar, and that's like a
Oh, there you
wonderful,
go.
easy thing to use. It's got top
And they
on
have
it.
tops that fit them.
Yeah, you can use different color mason jars, purple, blue, green, red ones at Menards. So I prefer glass, and I also have a lot of stainless steel too.
The more that you can eat or drink out of glass, better.
So glass or stainless steel?
Glass.
Safe stainless steel, yep. Yep, those are my 2 favorite options. I stay away from plastic as much as I can because I'll tell you why. So number 1 plastic, look over, be on the Nestle and the whatever water bottle they're selling at stores. Probably gonna all be number 1. So they make the plastic out of xenoestrogen. Not really sure why they put it in there, but they put it in there. So that's pretty bad stuff. Xenoestrogen is a false estrogen, and for women, you guys in here, for women, when you have an abundance of estrogen, even if it's xenoestrogen, your body's gonna go, what am I gonna do with this? What am I gonna do with this? I got all this estrogen running around my body, you're drinking this plastic, and the longer the water stays in the plastic, the more it leaches and it absorbs that crap. So, you know, if you have it on your shelf for months, man, you're getting a whole bunch of it. So your body looks at it, and what do I do with this? So what does it do with it? It starts packing it on your ovaries and your uterus in the forms of cysts and tumors. And that could turn cancerous, you know, if you're acidic. So it's just not a good thing to be having, you know, extra estrogen. And on the man's side, on the guy's side, you know, some of the things that happen to men who have a lot of estrogen in their body, there's a few things that happen. So,
They go breasts.
I know, I hate to say it, but they get man boobs.
They do.
They do get man boobs. Yeah, they get those boobs. So you might know somebody like that, I don't know, but anyway, it's because the water bottles, you know, they're full of estrogen. You know, pop bottles are all made out of the same plastic. So another thing they get an issue with, if they're getting a lot of that estrogen, is they become confused. Men are dominant left brain, and women are right brain. They're the hunter-gatherer protector. You know, they protect the women and hunt and gather, and it's just the way it is. So because of all the estrogen, they start to have a shift from their left brain to their right brain. So it becomes very unhealthy. You know, they're not exactly acting like your husband or your son, but more like your daughter.
I wonder if Bruce Jenner decided to come through
Yeah,
that.
watch all those plastic bottles he's carrying around. So, anyway, that's some of the issues. And also, the plastic also is made with carcinogenic materials. So, the more you guys are around that material, the more you're getting of that chemical, you're ingesting it, you're drinking it. It's already seeped into your water or your pop or whatever product you're getting, you know, take that bottle down there. The drink is probably good, but what's coming out of the plastic is not so good because it's a number 5. Getting there, but it ain't quite there. So number 7 is the only safe plastic, and they do sell it. Some water stores downtown sell number 7. The big jugs, the really big jugs you get from like Culligan and Owens, those are all number 7. Yeah, there's a few of them out there, but again, I'm a believer in glass. I like glass. Can't go wrong. Stainless steel too. So there you go. That's what's up with plastic. What I wanted to talk to you about, if I had time, and I got like 5 minutes. So, did you want me to go further in on any of that stuff, or?
No, I mean, at a later, another time.
Yeah,
Have her come back.
Yep, we're hoping to, because part of our spiel was that, you know, financial budgeting and all those types of things, you know, isn't always about just, okay, these are my bills for the month that I have, but you need to start thinking also with your health, you know, and you have to go to the doctors all the time and pay your co-pays, you go to the doctors, you get exposed to all these other things. So another way to, you know, save money, you know, save on the environment is to take natural products, you know, foods, herbs, things to help with your health, but to become aware of it, stay out of the doctor's office if you can, so you're not being exposed to other germs and things. And so we kind of wanted to approach this from a more natural, you know, food for your health is incredible. You can do a lot of healing by foods that you eat and herbs and stuff that you, so it's kind of, we put a whole twist on the workshop today, but we're hoping to expand and do some partnering, you know, on more workshops in the future that we might do like right after work, once a month or something. Cheryl Calhoun from the Tribal College has also agreed to maybe look at helping us put together some workshops, but learning more about foods and herbs and different things that impact our health and can save us money, you know.
I have a question, Kelly.
Yes.
Do you know why, sudden CoQ10 has went from like $13 a bottle to $50-some a bottle?
What was it?
Wow, I didn't realize
Because my
that.
grandson has to take it all the time for cyclic vomiting.
Yeah,
CoQ10 and the L-carnitine keep him from getting sick.
amino acids, yeah.
Yep.
What I generally see is it's a pharmaceutical push, generally, because they're competitors, you know. If you're taking CoQ10, that means you don't really have to take this, because this is addressing the issue. So these guys have a lot more money, the pharmaceutical companies have a lot more money to lobby our lawmakers.
Cause the
They
only
can-
way I can find it is still
They can shake.
cheaper is to getting the gummies.
I like the gummies, gummies are
Yeah,
good.
he likes them, but man, it's like I stocked up on a few bottles. 'cause they-
Yeah,
Just
I
like
said,
this.
what the heck? I said, and they
Yeah,
said, oh, it's
you'll
always
see
been
that.
that expensive. I said, no, it hasn't.
I've seen it.
I said, I buy it every month for him and it's.
I've seen it happen with different herbs too, that, all of a sudden, become widespread knowledge of a cure for something or something that reverses something. If you see something all of a sudden become popular at reversing cancer or diabetes or something, then you'll see a hike in the price. Pharmaceutical companies put pressure somehow, some way, they have their ways, they have lawyers, so they will get the hike, the price hiked up. It's because it's doing good, and CoQ10 is great for a lot of stuff, a lot of good stuff.
You know, there's a bill in Congress right now that they're trying to pass so that only doctors and pharmaceutical companies can administer herbs now and supplements. You have to have a prescription, is what they're pushing for, and that's so that they can jack the prices up. And then, it's all about money, it's profit.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you about different things, but they want control because they aren't getting any money off of that.
Right.
The thing is too, with doctors, they only get maybe one class, maybe one day of nutrition. That's it. Out of their whole 6 years in school, they'll get one day of nutrition maybe. Some will admit they've only had 30 minutes. Hey man, I don't know nothing about nutrition. I've asked many doctors, hey, is garlic good for cholesterol? I have no idea.
Well, I
Just
know,
stuff like that. They're just
when
not
we went up
herbalists.
to Canada, because we wanted to go to where Daisy's from, my husband and I. And he hurt his back at work just before we left. And so then we get up there and, because he said, oh, go buy some Tylenol or something. Well, we stopped in Sault Ste. Marie and the clinic there gave him something to help, but, he needed something, some Tylenol or ibuprofen. And I had to call Daisy, because it's like, Daisy, all they have is all the herbs and stuff, what do I get him for his back, and
Yeah.
so it was like beer rug or something, she had me buy something.
Oh, yeah?
Cause it's like, they don't have your normal, like your Tylenol, your, that kind of stuff, it's all herbs and stuff like that.
Wonderful.
And it's like, I
As long
was
as you
like,
don't need a, prescription to get it.
right, except you gotta know what you need.
gotta
Yeah,
know what to
you gotta
buy.
have the knowledge, or call your
Right, you need that
naturopath or
knowledge,
your
so that's why
local.
I called Daisy or Anita and said, what do I buy in place of,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
So,
speaking of food, I'll just share real quick, food does impact your health and your body tremendously. For years, I went like 7 years back and forth to Mayo Clinic every 6 weeks for a rare disease that I have. And, they prescribe antibiotics, which then depletes so many other things in your body. Well, I met a naturopathic doctor and went and seen her and from the Flint area years ago, and as soon as I said the name, and she goes, do you eat, is this what your diet consists of? And she named off a bunch of different foods, and I'm like, well, yeah, those are my staple foods. And she says, every time you consume them, you are feeding that disease, because that's a bacteria-based disease. And so, sure enough, once I removed those foods from my diet, within 6 months, all those antibiotics and things that I was on, I was taking off all that medication, because changing my diet that much changed, it pretty much put the disease in remission. Now, if I get a craving for those foods and eat them, within a couple of days, if I'm consistent in eating them, then I'll get a little disease that quick.
it's true, let food be your medicine, and medicine be your food. I'm gonna just give you one more example, because that was a good one. But like with cancer, it seems like everybody knows somebody with cancer, so this is just a little nugget for you guys. You may have a loved one out there. Something that cancer loves and grows on is sugar. So, love sugar, so you cannot give that cancer any sugar whatsoever. Stop the wheat, no bread, and no sugar, just get rid of it. Because you're making that little monster grow, you're giving it what it wants, and it will grow and it will spread. So sugar is a big one, and that's where mainstream medical gets it wrong. First thing they do is get you going on chemo, which, by the way, the box, when they receive it at the hospital, and I don't want to be a naysayer or anything like that, but this is just truth and facts. I had a doctor tell me this is what's on the box. On the box it says causes cancer. It says rate, it says carcinogen. So chemo itself causes cancer. So the other thing they give you,
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
they give you, Ensure. So they're thinking they're helping you by giving you Ensure because it's got some minerals and some vitamins, but it's loaded with sugar. So they're giving you the very thing that's feeding your disease, that's killing you. So there's now, I know, you will be a returning client. You're gonna use this to kill that, but they'll leave a dormant one, and then they're giving you sugar. So just be aware that sugar is food for cancer, and it thrives and it grows. So, thanks, guys.
In case some of you guys don't know, we have some, little bottles up here that have distilled water in them. And, what it is just that you can have if you put,